Count your blessings, count your steps. At your throat like we that strap. It's way too cold under the flesh. All we ball, but we don't mesh. All we drink, leave us a mess. Down all my drills, it is old news.
Hey, you guys. Sorry. I almost had like a major malfunction with my microphone. I had my headphones in and I realized I didn't have my phone. And I got up and my headphones are in my computer, like my mic that's in my computer. And I almost took my whole setup with me. Oh my God, that would have been a disaster. Thankfully, I was like, oh shit, and took it off before I destroyed all my equipment. Anyway, I hope everyone had a great day. Sorry, I went and got my hair braided today. Farrah and I had appointments really early this morning. We came home and we had to go do stuff with family. We just had some family move to town, so we had to go help out. Around 6 o'clock, I told my husband, I said, the streets are calling. I've got to report to work. I got to get to the YouTube streets because the streets are calling. Anyway, I got here as soon as I could. Anyway, oh, girl, I almost dropped my $100 external battery. I'm like a klutz this evening. Anyway, okay, guys, let's get into it because you guys have been asking about it. I had to do a little bit of research because I've heard of it. I have a sister who did Airbnb for a long time. She owned her own home though. And they had a limestone, which is basically a brownstone, but it's limestone instead of brownstone in Brooklyn, where they had a basement apartment. And they were doing Airbnb for years. And it was quite successful for them. Now, as far as the market of people renting, which is called arbitrage, or rental, Airbnb rental arbitrage, I did have to do a little bit of research on it because I've heard of it. I've even seen a couple of YouTube videos on it for people who want to get into it, but I didn't know enough about it to speak on it as it relates to the shenanigans in Atlanta and having someone who I guess is copping to being involved in this type of business endeavor, who has a license, who sells real estate and all of those things. I don't know. Let's get into it. It's just the look, I just do reactions, reviews, and commentary. If people want to put themselves into issues, who am I? I'm just some lady on the internet who people, you know what I'm saying? Like maybe some people might say nosy. I don't know. I just do reaction videos, right? Cool gamer. Hey Boo Boo, hey India, hey January, my gang stars on a Friday night. Anyone who checked in at this hour, if you're not out and about in a nice summer dress, enjoying a lovely dinner and some dessert and some cold beverage that gets you a little tipsy, you're a real one. Thank you for if you're home and you're somewhere listening to this. Thank you. Okay. Um, so I'm glad I'm here to provide a little bit of entertainment if you're not out and about and outside on this beautiful summer evening. Um, Anyway, let's continue. Let's say a little bit of hellos. But if I miss you, my bad. If you're on the replay, you know how I feel. Go ahead and show me some love by hitting the thumbs up. That shows me lots of love, and I do appreciate that. Blessed lady. And I also want to just say, of course, a blanket thank you to everyone. You guys are amazing. Everyone who's been subscribing to my channel. I come here pretty much almost every single day. I try to bring you guys a little bit of YouTube news that you can use, some reactions, some things to think about, all of the things. And for all of you who have recently subscribed, I really appreciate you guys too. But down to the number, whoever was number one out here, thank you so much because it means a lot, and I really appreciate all of you as a collective, and of course, each individual person that I get to know in the comments and come to these chats and everything. You guys are really awesome. So thank you so much, everyone. Okay, Cake Pop, hey boo boo. What's going on? Welcome, Ruwinta. Hey, boo boo. What's going on? Sharon, Arlene, Blessed. Guys, it was so funny. Somebody in the comments said, I forgot how they said it. If I can find the comment, I will pin it. They said something about like Carly Russell. Like, who does Keesha think she is? Carly Russell. And I was like, no, she's Keesha Carly. I was like, it is not a mistake that I put Carly instead of Kaylee because sis, I'm sorry, maybe I'll spell it with a K. I don't know. But this girl, the jokes just write themselves. Mary, what's going on? Coco, Libra, good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Tara, Amber, how are you? SP, good morning. Good morning. Good evening. I'm so not used to doing this ever at night. SP, it's Michelle World, Charisse, Kadeen. Hello, hello, hello. Hey, Amber. Hey, Brielle. Okay. I don't know if Keesha implicated herself in the comments. I guess we'll go and look. I saw something on in another place and time talking about Keesha implicating herself. So maybe she did in the comments. I don't know. I mean, that's not I don't really have a dog in that race. If sis has a license that she uses to make money, I know I wouldn't be involved in things like, I don't know, breaking leases or being in violation of leases. Maybe is that the problem? Because if you're leasing properties and the landlord hasn't bought into you Airbnb-ing it, that can be a problem. I was trying to find two examples of YouTubers that had Airbnbs gone wrong. I've watched Peyton's channel for a long time. Peyton Charles, if you're not familiar with her channel, get into it. She had about a year ago, Peyton was renting out an apartment. She bought a townhouse and her lease wasn't quite up yet. So she decided to make her apartment into an Airbnb while she was until the lease was up, right? Great idea, of course, right? She didn't think anything about it. I don't know what she looked into or not. All I know is that that's what the lady did, and she was doing a really good job at it. She was booked. I think she said she would have been booked to Christmas, right? She had a guest that came, and basically she had a couple of guests that were starting to put her in a place where she wasn't feeling the same about her Airbnb. People were trashing it, not trashing the apartment, but she likes her place a certain way, and she people getting their period, people bleeding on sheets, people drinking too much, throwing up, not flushing toilets, just the nasty shit. You know what I'm saying? And even though she said she liked cleaning, she ended up hiring a cleaning service. Sometimes she would have to go check her apartment herself. All of those things, it was just beginning to weigh on her, right? And thinking that maybe she would do something else somewhere else in the future, right? In that time period, she has a guest that has an accident in her garage. So, similar to now, she has a townhome that she owns, but this apartment that she had a garage space, right? The person that she rented to had an accident in the garage. So she had to call the landlords. And needless to say, they were not happy. I don't think she ever really filled us in on the complete details of the conversation. But in any case, it was a problem and she was moving out. I don't know if she had to move out, um, or they just gave her the opportunity, like, okay, we'll just, she never, I don't know that she went into she told us the story of what happened as it was told to her. But as far as the interaction, as far as the lease and the contract and all of that stuff, she just said she was moving. So unless I missed something, I don't remember her going into detail. If I can find the video, I'll show you at another place and time, and I'll link it. But I tried to find it today, and I'm sure if I could really see the thumbnail, I probably could figure it out because I remembered seeing. I was watching those videos and kind of as it was happening because at that time when she was renting the apartment Airbnb, um, I, it was she was enjoying it. She would go back there. She would, go clean the apartment or go check on it, get it ready for a new guest, all of those things, right? And then someone they either, I don't want to say they crashed into, so there was some sort of mishap in the garage. And I think maybe they hit the frame or something to where she needed to get the landlord involved because there was property damage. And maybe a week or two later, she was moving out of she was selling furniture. She was basically liquidating and was just like, we'll resume this in another place and time. Maybe I'll buy something somewhere and may do this in the future. And that was it. You know what I mean? I think, I don't, you know, I think for a lot of people who end up in this situation, maybe they haven't done, either they've done or haven't done the research into it. I don't know. But in this case, she ended up moving out. So again, we heard the story, we didn't get all of the details, right? The Jacksons of Atlanta, even though, y'all, they lie a lot. So I don't always trust everything that they say. But they had a similar situation. And Justin actually takes a minute to tell us the story. If you know the Jacksons of Atlanta, there is a video where they actually go to the apartment, but I'm going to play. This might be the video before that one dropped. Want to play a little bit of it. And then also, I have some information on what Airbnb arbitrage is. I don't know if it's legal or not in Georgia. I haven't even done that much research into it, but I did pull up something that gives you some information if that's something that you've thought about. There are people who are quietly making money doing this, but you have to have the buy in of your landlord that you're able to, in theory, do short-term rentals and in theory basically subleasing out the apartment. Um, but I would say if it's a corporately owned situation, if it's an apartment that if it's an apartment complex, I'm sure that's very much frowned upon. I would imagine if you're renting a condo or something like that and you can work it out with the landlord and you and they're okay with you short-term renting it out, like never living there, but you've got random guests coming throughout the month and they're okay with that, then, whatever. But, you know, look, this is not something that I've never even tried. Okay. Um, What is the tea on Airbnb? I'm lost. So Jeremy, let's get into this first. Let's watch a little bit of Jeremy's video. So Jeremy basically drops a video yesterday, dropping his own tea, letting everybody know what he does for a living. And allegedly, which I kind of don't believe, I'm going to be honest with you. I kind of don't believe this story because it's like, really? Okay. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if I even believe it. I'm going to be honest. I just don't. I don't, because who goes and cleans I know Keisha's not in there cleaning that apartment. Is Jeremy going over there with a bucket or do they have a cleaning service? And if you have a cleaning service on auto dial, why don't you get them over to the main house? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like if y'all got a relationship with a cleaning company, why aren't they coming through and hooking up the house, right? I would imagine, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know, girl. Okay, let's get into it. And so that's what's the tea on the Airbnb. That's the tie-in. So no, we're not having like a seminar on Airbnbs. What has come up is that Sir decided to tell people what he does for a living, and allegedly it's Airbnb hosting, and that's what they're doing. Even though Keisha told us that he was flipping houses or something, but maybe he did, girl, like, don't even get me to lying, okay? I'm gonna let them do all of the storytelling. I'm gonna let the storytelling speak for itself. Hopefully, you say it's all cap. I don't know if he needed to come up with something to be doing for a living. I'm not sure if it was like, you know what, I need you to go on record with a job and let the people know that what you are doing for a living. Let's just say you do Airbnbs, and maybe they do Airbnbs, who knows? But if that's what y'all are actually doing as someone who holds a license, unless you are renting properties where they are fully aware that you are conducting an Airbnb arbitrage business, then you could be in violation of the leases and signing contracts for apartments that you have no plans to live in. I mean, I don't know if that's considered unethical. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just, girl, not my problem. I'm just asking some questions. Let's get into it, okay?
All right, everybody. What's going on? Every single body. What's going on? I'm on my way.
Wait, before we get started, okay, there's the house, guys. Before, so like I said in the first part, if you're just now coming in, make sure to go back later. We were talking about the situation when Peyton Marie had her apartment. She bought her house. She had some lease left, and she Airbnb'd it. Airbnb business was going really good until she started having some, not so wonderful guests. And then the last guest ended up doing some property damage, of which the owner had to get involved, or the property management group. And the next video was, I got movers coming in, I'm moving out. So clearly it was either an opportunity and or a problem, either or both, who knows. But I do have another example of YouTubers Airbnb and it going wrong. Specifically, the Jacksons of Atlanta had an Airbnb, and there was a couple that got into an argument, and there was a gun that went off. Nobody was shot, but there was a gun that went off, and it went either went into the ceiling or went into the floor, and it ricocheted, and there was property damage, of course. And guess what? We're moving out, because I don't think that the owners knew that they were leasing it out as an Airbnb. Okay? So this is not this is so this is another YouTuber right here. Jeremy Postel now is saying that he is involved in Airbnb arbitrage, which is renting apartments and then Airbnbing them, which is okay. You're just
All
watching.
right, everybody. What's going on? Every single body. What's going on? I'm on my way.
Oh, there's Keisha. Look at that. Look at that. He does not give a damn about Keesha has been living. How long have they been living there? About a year and a half. And Keesha has tried very hard to not show the house. Jeremy starts back vlogging a week ago and is girl.
To the stove. I'm just leaving the spot. Well, actually, all right, everybody. What's going on? Every single body. I was going on. I'm on my way to the stove. I'm just leaving the spot. Well, actually, I've been doing a lot of running around whatever today. So I just actually left the spot to see what was in there to eat, and it wasn't really nothing in there that I wanted for real. So I'm gonna go to Publix over here by my house, and I'm gonna go
Look, that's that little church. You know when they go to the park, girl.
get some.
Look at that. They've shown that sign before. It's
See
like
what I'm.
he's showing the whole neighborhood.
Make some eat. I want to make some fast sheet, y'all. So I don't know. Yeah, I'm
You
probably
want to
gonna
make
go
some
like
fast sheet?
on YouTube or whatever, and like look up like some recipes. Hold on, let me turn my window up. Y'all probably can hear all that.
The poor computer can't
So I'll
even
probably
figure out
go
what
to
he's saying.
Publix and see what I can find. I'm gonna go on YouTube and not YouTube, y'all. Instagram. You know, Instagram. You just type in food. They be having all type of stuff on there. So I'm probably go on there and see what all they got. Like what kind of inspiration. You know what I'm saying? I want on top of what type of meal I'm finna make. So
I think that Jeremy has he's partooken in some sort of something to make him feel real mellow and real good. Okay. That's just the vibe I'm getting at the moment.
you know, but I'm gonna take y'all people know with me. So I'm gonna be back when I get there. All right. Oh yeah, my bad. You don't say the crazy part, y'all. I've been in that motherfucker shopping till I'm dropping.
Because you got the
And
munchies. It's called the
I'm
munchies.
thinking that I'm recording. This motherfucker ain't even recording, y'all. Hold on, let me get some wings. Y'all, the whole time this motherfucker was not even recording. I promise you, y'all. Look, I done went to go get everything. I'm gonna make pizza. Hold on, let me get some wings. I'm
Girl,
gonna
he
go
wants
ahead
a little bit of
and I'm gonna
everything.
do pizza and wings, y'all. So I'm over here talking, doing all this and all this. Mind you, I'm on my GoPro, so I can't really see that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like when I be recording, because sometimes it cut out.
Oh,
Man,
he
I'm over
did
here
say that.
doing this
Okay, we'll
shit,
pay
man.
attention to
This
that part.
motherfucker
Okay.
ain't cut off on me. I was talking too much shit too, y'all. Damn, these motherfuckers right here be good. But look, y'all had I got the this shit right here. Like make a pizza. They got the dough and shit, so I'm gonna got that go make some pizza and wings. I just need to get something to drink. Whatever. Damn, man, my bad, y'all. They get some wings. Oh, well, no, I'm tripping. I got wings. Well, I could. No, I ain't gonna go that way. I'm gonna get one of
He
these. I
might have
like to
bought.
eat.
Yeah,
I
he
like to
might have
eat
bought
these
some
motherfuckers like
EBT
on the ride home and shit.
wings for one person. Isn't that funny?
I'm trying to get me a healthy.
You know, it's funny as the woman of the house, right? You could never, unless everyone's out of town, you could never go to the store and just buy for you, right? Unless you're buying other stuff, like everyone's not eating what you're eating. But you couldn't really think, me personally, I'm just to speak for myself, I would never, I just can't go to the store and just buy what I like. I have to think of everybody else in this house down to mommy and Portia. You know what I mean? Like it's never a trip just for me. And the fact that he's going into the store, he's not thinking, oh yeah, we need milk, we need some bread. Let me go get the girls. Da 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 da. He's not shopping as a daddy. He's shopping as a guy who just wants to eat food. I can't even remember the last time I've gone to the grocery store as just me wanting to find something to eat. Maybe when I was commuting to work and I would go to the grocery store to buy myself some lunch or something. But even then, I'm like, what can I get that will be good in the car until I get off work? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Any of you guys who, you don't live alone and you're shopping for everybody or whoever your people are in the house, your kids, your man, your whole family or whatever. This guy is legit just buying food for him. Nothing for like if Keisha comes home and wants something. Hey Vicky, hey boo boo. Hey everyone coming in.
With your
We
salad,
just got started. You can slide the bar back or do that after.
get that. And I was asking y'all which one should I pick? Cause these like the turkey sausage, pepperoni. You know what I'm saying? With so I'm trying to see which one I'm gonna get, but I'm
I mean,
probably
if
gonna
you
get.
want pepperoni, get pepperoni. If you want turkey that tastes like pepperoni, buy pepperoni. You know what I mean? Unless you just don't eat pork or beef, and or if you want damn turkey on your damn pizza, buy some damn turkey. Don't buy turkey that tastes like beef. That's weird.
Get
I
this
don't
one.
I don't buy turkey
So I'm
bacon.
just
I'm
gonna
just
throw
gonna
that back
eat
right there.
bacon. If I can't eat
Y'all
bacon,
be doing that shit.
then I'm just
Like
having
if you
eggs
don't
with
want an item,
grits and
you usually throw that
grits or
motherfucker like on
something.
any goddamn lane.
So that's Publix.
All
I
right,
don't
that's it.
shop at
That's it.
Publix much. Only time I ever go to Publix is when
All
we
right,
go
y'all.
to
I'm gonna go check
Florida.
out. This is it. Let's just no. But yeah, I'm gonna go check out y'all. And I'm why I like keep coming back. It's not giving me the circle that I need. Do y'all think I'm supposed to like cook the whole thing?
I think, sir, I don't think sir was
No.
expecting the girls to be up. Look at the girls got some different pajamas. Did you put
Yeah,
some
I'm gonna
flour
have to
on the
like
counter?
literally cook this whole thing. That's what's gonna have to happen. Huh?
That dough looks horrible. Jeremy, you need to use a little sprinkle of
Yeah,
water.
just leave it alone. Yeah, look, now I done cut it so now it ain't sticking no more. So this got to be a whole nother pizza for later on.
He probably thought he was coming home and the girls were going to be asleep or not home yet. And he thought he was going to be able to make his little pizza in peace. And the girls were like, "Oh, you making pizza? Jeremy, you making pizza for the girls too? What's going on down there? What are you making? Are you making something for all of us?"
What, Daddy, what you cooking?
Daddy, what you cooking?
Pizza.
Get one.
Uh-oh.
That one's not yours, Yuri. I'm just gonna go get one. You broke it, Daddy.
Sir
Move
is,
your hands.
see what I mean? See, this is the thing about Jeremy is like cooking, okay? Don't even touch it because he already know. I mean, any kid. It's not just those kids. It's kids in general. Yeah, don't touch. Did you wash your hands? Because I'm cooking. We're not getting boogers and dirt and whatever unwashed hands. So I'm trying to get this pizza in the oven. Move your hands. And then, girl, you see the twins walked away. What I want to know is if you can spend all this time on a pizza, why can't you fix that damn smoke alarm? And if you're maintaining an Airbnb or 2, 3, 4, 5, why are you? Can you maintenance your own house? What's going on?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go.
Out. I'm getting ready to go outside. I didn't expect my family to be home. Okay. That little sign that they showed, I mean, every time they go to the park, you always
Yeah,
see
I'm
the
a
sign,
little
right?
struggling.
Which I think is like a church playground or something. Maybe it's a neighborhood like activity center. I don't know. but clearly, what is he doing?
I just gotta go back from scratch, y'all.
He doesn't have any flour on that slab. Oh my God. I feel like, are your
I
hands
don't see how them
clean?
Papa John people be doing this, y'all. Should make me not even want it no more.
Girls. Was that Miss Sandra or was that Keesha? He is killing that dough. It's going to be gummy
I
and
guess I gotta do
chewy.
it like that. Work each side.
The more you roll it, the more glutens that are released, and it's going to make the dough very, very gummy, chewy. Um, it didn't look amazing to begin with, though. Ew.
Yeah, I'm in here literally sweating.
You should have bought the damn Pillsbury out the can. That's what I do. Hey, Miss Corey. Hey, Boo Boo. Okay, boogers, germs, dirt, all of that. Well, look, at least the oven is ready now. You know, uh, he could have sped this up and put some of his
Yeah, gonna
little.
be a crazy looking pizza, y'all.
It looks like a
Forgive that. This
splat,
boy, I
doesn't
like
it?
going back and forth no more.
Hey, Tennessee. Hey, Royal.
I'm
Hey, Kay.
not.
It looks like a splat.
So I'm gonna get some butter and some garlic.
That damn, I can't believe it's not butter. You're gonna put butter. What about some olive oil and some garlic? But you're gonna put, I can't believe it's not butter. Oh my Jesus. What is he making? Garlic bread? I know he's making pizza, but it's like, sir, what are you doing? That's how you make pizza?
Yeah, get some butter and some garlic.
Remember that
And like
song from
that
back in the day?
microwave,
Because
let that
I
get
do
together.
you remember that? Oh, the microwave is like 20 feet away in the former mud room. Okay.
Let me make sure I can get this off here.
Yeah, well, you didn't have enough flour. He doesn't know. I
I'm
would
gonna
be
fold it down like
embarrassed.
this so I can have some type of shape to it, y'all. This is like a
It's a
what it look
splat.
like?
Oh, yeah. This is his
Just
boo.
let that stuff stick together.
If he doesn't stop rolling that damn pizza, that counter is short. Ugh. It just doesn't look clean. Like maybe he did wipe it off and everything, but I'm not. Where's the sponge?
Never told y'all I
Look
was
at that dirty rag in the sink.
a
Oh.
pizza baker anyways. Oh yeah, so this is how my dough end up coming out. And
It
so
looks like
I
Massachusetts.
don't know. If we gonna see when it bake how it gonna come out, but I ain't tripping at this point. This butter and this garlic smell good. It's gonna be good with this Italian seasoning. Yeah, I'm trying to. I know we had like some brushes around here.
Okay, Keesha, he's showing us your knick-knack drawer. Girl, no organization, nothing? Wow, I thought you said your whole house
I'm
was
just
going to
gonna
be
use this
into
spoon.
aesthetics. No drawer
Yeah, look,
sectors. Oh, that
matter of
must be
fact, let
like
me
a
see if I can put it
rosemary.
in one of these pans real quick.
Oh my
That's
goodness,
gonna make it a lot
girl.
easier to try to transfer it.
Keisha, it's so elegant in your drawers. Wow.
Yeah, it should.
I hope Jeremy never stops. I hope he goes into can't stop, won't stop with the vlogs. I
Yeah. So
just
hold on, y'all.
and don't get your regular camera fixed. I love the GoPro. GoPro is the best. He's not putting any parchment
Yeah, at this
paper.
point, they're gonna be one
Oh
of
my
them. Y'all know
god.
them little square box
Maybe it's a
pieces
nonstick
pizza they be
pan.
making. Yeah, gonna have to be one of them, y'all.
So let's just hope that that's a dough that had like rosemary and stuff in it because it looks like it's got chunks of stuff in it, which looks disgusting. But maybe it's some sort of like flavored dough, like rosemary, basil, something. I don't know. I'm just making it up, but let's see.
Is you gonna have to be put that on there,
Ew, looks like.
spread it around, just try to get it everywhere. I don't want it to be too much like garlicky. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be too garlicky either though. But I do want to get that butter everywhere though. Hold on, y'all. So I had put the sauce on there. And I had put a little pepperonis and stuff on there and put a little bit more sauce over there. Because I want pepperonis to be like buried up under the sauce. Well, no. Yeah, I want the pepperoni to be buried up under the cheese. My bad. Then I'm going to put the sausages on top of the cheese. Yeah. So, boom.
This is some I got high and I went to the kitchen and made myself a snack type cooking video.
We're going to do that. And y'all remember now, we smothering them motherfucker now.
Allegedly.
We ain't going to be bashful on the cheese now. Because cheese really would make it the pizza for real.
At this point, he could have had a pizza delivered. What do you guys think?
Try to get down Mario, y'all folk, but it's all good.
So, okay, I guess I just answered that question. Thank you, Life of Leisure. Some foods are not worth making at home. Just order it and get it
They're gonna be the
delivered.
one I'm putting
He'd have
down.
had it by now, right? He must have just had in his mind something very specific, or that Publix dough must be amazing. And
Yeah, you can't get no better than that, y'all.
whatever
Can't
cravings
get no
he's
better
having
than
at
that.
this moment won't be
All right, I'm gonna
satisfied.
come
That
back
itch that needs to be
with
scratched,
the
it's all about that
yeah, look, I
Publix
done
pizza
messed up the
dough.
whole kitchen, y'all. Weird thing about cooking, you gotta clean up
Y'all
after you
know
know.
them kids ain't ain't
Look.
getting none of that food. Yeah, no. He should put them to bed.
Trying to open up this bag
Y'all ate 10
with
hours
one
ago.
hand.
It's time to go to bed. Y'all ate at 5:30.
Yeah. Dang, I done, look, this done fell out in there. All right. Boom. I'm gonna take out turkey sausage. What you gonna do that?
Ew.
What you gonna do it like that, y'all? We'll make sure we get all of it on there.
Miss
Cause I ain't gonna
Corey.
lie, when I used to eat pork, I
Okay.
used to love like
Really?
sausage pizza, especially like in school. Like like they'll serve us a sausage pizza like this at school. Y'all remember the one? It be the little meme that be floating around. Yeah, I used to love that pizza, y'all. I ain't gonna lie.
Well, clearly
Couldn't
today
wait for
is
pizza day.
it should be
But
titled
since I don't eat pork no
Replicating
more, I just gotta go
School
that kind of
Pizza.
sausage. And get what I'm gonna do. Boom, I'm gonna come back over it with some more cheese. Not that much. I'm just gonna another be submerged in that motherfucker. Ah, y'all, that look good, y'all. All right, we're gonna pop this in the oven.
My God.
I don't even know why you got the
Where
foil in
is
there.
my boyfriend?
Yeah, I done put the foil in there, but I don't even need it no more.
Because you got a
So we're gonna let
pan.
that stand. I'm putting it on 400, y'all.
You're going to put it on the bottom
probably
rack.
about 10, 15 minutes.
Basically
I
covered
got
in foil,
the
covered, not
wings. I already
covered.
marinated the wings and stuff. So I got the wings in there frying up. So everything it say about this about 13 minutes. So this should be done then about another 2-3 more minutes. I'm gonna take that out and everything should be done. And I'm gonna let y'all know. I'm gonna show y'all what everything look like when I finish. All right, everybody. So this what it came out looking like. More it look like water. A1. And y'all, these by down right here too, y'all. I'm gonna let them stand by 2 more minutes. So
Good night, boo boo.
yeah, I'm finna get ready to cook this up. You did.
Of course it's stuck.
Oh yeah. A1. And this is some of the cheese and stuff that, you know what I'm saying? But
He's scratching up her
cool
pan.
down so the cheese can, because I ain't got the little rolling thing where I can just cut it like that. So it's gonna be kind of hard for me to cut it like this when the cheese not melted. So I'm gonna let the cheese melt and sit in there for a little bit, and then it's gonna be easy for me to cut. Trying to cut right there, but you know what I'm saying? Y'all probably get the memo. But yeah, so I'm gonna be back, man. Let y'all folks know what's going on, how it tastes, which I know if I hold up, yeah. All right, yeah. What's up? Good afternoon, everybody. I'm on the way to my friend's spot. They finna get ready to move out or whatever. Okay, cool. Yeah, I can put y'all down now. So look, I got like 4 Airbnbs. This is what I've been doing. This, you know what I'm saying?
Wait, let's start with the lies, okay? So we never got to see. So we did see the pizza and the wings. Okay, good. Do you think Jeremy just really wanted to cook, or was his pockets on flat, and he was like, "Look, I got $20. I can't get wings or $1 a piece of chicken. Um, I can't. My money is not going to stretch. I mean, you could, in theory, make a pizza and wings with $20. You could make a lot of food with that, right? $20 at Papa John's, it ain't not gonna get you too far unless you got a coupon, a family meal, and to get it delivered with a tip. I mean, that's not $20, right? So I'm just gonna put my vote in for pockets on flat, which is why he was having a struggle. I've got cravings meal. He had something that made him feel like he really had to eat something. It's not good. It's no bueno Libra. Yeah. Okay. Keisha will never be organized. Yeah, she's running around too much. Is that pizza dough? Is that pizza dough that of a island? Girl, it looked like Massachusetts or like Maine. Okay, it was very oddly shaped. Um, let's see. Jeremy made Illinois. Okay. Very good. He made some sort of oddly shaped something. Pat John, what's going on? Rose, I see you, pretty brown eyes. What's going on? Ellen, why Ellen? Okay. Or Eileen, excuse me. Natia, I see you, boo boo. Heck, he could have vlogged on the girls' channel and had them help him. No, I think, this is just my opinion. I think he had been drinking or something. One of the sisters noticed a solo cup, and girl, we don't know what was in it, but Sir had a craving for pizza and wings, and I think his money just wasn't calling for that. Or maybe he just was in that mood where he just wanted to cook. Nothing was going to be good enough but his cooking.
I ain't
Munchies
really want
high.
to put y'all in
Okay.
my business because there's a lot of
Oh,
trolls be trying to, like, you know.
let's go back. He's going to clue us into his businesses. Listen
What's
up.
up? Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon,
I'm on the way to my
everyone.
friend's spot. They finna get ready to move out or whatever. Okay, cool. Yeah, I can put y'all down now. So look, I got like 4 Airbnbs. This is what I've been doing. This, you know what I'm saying? I ain't really.
He's on his way to his friend's spot. He wants to hit us up to something. Earth-shattering news, guys. I've got 4 Airbnbs.
The lie detector determined that was a lie. The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Girl, where's Keesha? Yes. Boyfriend out of control. Send the boyfriend police over.
Really want to put y'all in my business because there's a lot of trolls be trying to, like, you know, sabotage and call and do different other stuff. You know what I'm saying? And be hating and shit, whatever. So I ain't want to bring this to y'all attention or whatever. But I got
You know what? Keisha probably made him sit and watch Peach McIntyre and told him that she was going to either cut him off or put him on, like how Peach went to the bank today and got $20,000 in cash. Okay. Instead of, why didn't you just transfer it to the man's account? We'll talk about that tomorrow. Peach went to the bank to show us that she had 20,000 in cash to withdraw when she got her YouTube check. Okay, sis, like damn. Okay, keep running your name with orange hair and identifiable vehicles on YouTube payday that you can go to the bank and pick up 20,000 cash, girl. Just keep that's not so smart, but whatever. Anywho, Sir now is motivated to get up on that YouTube channel. And he says that he's got 4 Airbnbs. He didn't want to tell anybody because there's people out here who like to sabotage. So let's listen.
got like 4 Airbnbs that I've been renting out and doing what I've been doing for the past like 2.5 years now.
2.5 years.
Yeah.
So can you explain why you and Keisha had some legal documents in Fulton County talking about maybe some non-payment of rent? I mean, can you talk to us about that? You've been doing this for 2 years and you got 4 rental properties. What happened to the one where you lay your head and your children lay their head and those documents and the reply with Keisha's name all over it, stating that she wasn't informed about this lawsuit? And it was like, but you're in breach of your contract for not paying your rent according to the documents they filed.
Oh,
Really?
on
Okay.
top of that, I got other stuff going on, whatever. But my partner, I let them rent out one of my Airbnbs. Like instead of like Airbnb, I just like let them rent it out or whatever because he needed a spot to stay in or whatever. So but the lease is almost up, and I don't think I'm gonna renew the lease over here or whatever. So I feel like shit. Now I can go ahead and show y'all what the hell going on or whatever. So this what I've been doing. This what I've been having going on this whole time. You know what I'm saying?
Look at this. This is everyone's nightmare. First of all, that's why women don't typically live on the first floor. So I guess he's got a walk up. That's not the door. That's not the front door. That's the terrace or the balcony, right? Here he is opening up the gate to to this balcony apartment and coming in, like, I guess maybe he said, "Hey, unlock the door. I'm just going to walk in." Um and this is the friend Diesel's house where he did the poop prank, okay?
So they
And
finna get
we
ready to get their
reacted to
stuff out.
that. When he first walked in the apartment, I was like, "Wait a second, that's the same apartment with his friend lives, the one who directs the music videos."
This how I look on the inside. You did everything still furnished. Yeah, I'm finna get ready to sell all the furniture in here though. So if y'all need some furniture, y'all folks let me know something. I know these couches, they finna get sold today. Somebody come to pick these up today or whatever. Trying to sell this rug.
Do you know when I feel like I saw this apartment too? Remember when Keisha and Jeremy were not living together and he was like supposedly staying on a friend's couch or something? Wasn't this that same apartment too? Like I was thinking about that also, like when she changed her name from Keisha and Jeremy to Keesha Kaylee. And that was around the time I first started watching, right? I guess right around the pamphlet. And he was running with a storyline that Keisha had kicked him out and all that stuff. Do you guys remember that? I guess I would have to go back and look at one of my reactions because I think he took those videos down. For my eye subleasing. Yeah, he's allegedly he leased this apartment. Um and Diesel subleased it from him, and he was also Airbnb-ing it, but now the lease is up, and according to him, he's not renewing the lease anymore, and I don't know. I kind of don't believe it.
I don't know if y'all can see it. I'm saying this rug. I guess I said get the paintings with the rug or whatever. I know I got these two paintings
But I'm
right here.
not sure
He
if
did them
that's that
away with the
apartment
rug.
that he showed us
Probably, I
when
don't
he
know, I
was
probably throw
supposed
these
to
right here
have
away.
moved
These
out.
little coffee tables. I don't know, I might keep it, I don't know. Chairs or whatever. And yeah, he's still in here.
So he's still in here. Is he sitting in the chair?
Editing or
I mean, it looks like the top of the man's head.
whatever. But the bed right here.
Yeah, okay. So the guy's in there. He doesn't even say hello. He comes in the back door, filming and this person's still living here.
Somebody need to come by their bed. He did. Little nightstand, whatever. I still got these pictures right here. I'm probably keep these motherfuckers right here. So I mean, I got a couple of little items in this motherfucker I'm trying to get off and get rid of. It did. His roommate over there, but I ain't gonna show y'all his room. They still getting that stuff together. So yeah,
Hold
man.
on a second. You said he says
And
cap. Let's go back.
yeah, he's still in here editing or whatever. But the bed right here. Somebody need to come by their bed. He did. Little nightstand, whatever. I still got these pictures right here. I'm probably keep these motherfuckers right here. So I mean, I got a couple of little items in this motherfucker I'm trying to get off and get rid of.
When does he say cap? Do you know the timestamp? Who repaired his credit? Girl. You know, Keesha said something about people having lots of Verizon collections, and allegedly they say it is not legal to dispute items that you know are accurate on your credit report. So, boom. I don't know, girl. I have no idea if he disputed a bunch of stuff that he knew was accurate. Girl, phew. He's got, look, you got 4 Airbnbs. So you're saying you got 4 leased apartments floating around out there. I just kind of don't believe it because there is a credit system that they can check if you've got leased apartments. It's like a apartment leasing type database. And don't you think that they would know if you've got active leases unless you're leasing from private owners who don't have access to those systems? I don't know. He got 4 Airbnbs, but Keisha purchased a Norman Bates motel. Look, but what about the apartment that they were living in? You've been doing this for 2 years. You guys bought a house a year and a half ago. And as you were exiting the building this time last year of your apartment, while the house was allegedly being renovated, um, you guys were hit with, like, I'm paraphrasing, but this has all been very well documented from Fulton County, a eviction notice, and it's stating that rent hadn't been paid in like June or July or May, June, something, and owing like 7 8. Look, I can go back to the original video and we can get the numbers. So I don't even want to stick to a number, but it was at least 2 months of rent potentially, and it was a notice to evict. Okay? But you have 4 Airbnbs with leases. I don't believe it. I just
He
don't.
did. His roommate over there, but I ain't
I
gonna show
didn't
y'all
hear him
his
say
room.
cap. Did you hear him? Where did you guys hear him say cap? Maybe I'm missing the comment. Keisha said she decorated. Girl, what is this infamous blue couch? Where is the blue couch? What's the significance of the blue couch, if someone can tell me? Is that the blue couch that he was pictured? He said it was a couch, not a headboard, when he was on his Instagram with no shirt on, like in the middle of the night on live. Is that what you guys are talking about? Because I was like, I remembered seeing something blue and tufted, but he said it was a couch, not a headboard. But he had gone live like somewhere in the middle of the night on Instagram. Is that what you guys are referring to?
They still getting that stuff together. So yeah, man, dude, this the reveal. Did what I've been having going on. It did, you know what I'm saying? Like, it'd be so crazy because, you know, like, folks literally be trying to call the apartment, tell them folks all type of stuff.
Well, there is something called Airbnb. There's something called arbitrage where you can sublease out with your landlord's blessing, basically, but it's hard to come by these days. Um, and some places it's very cool, but apartment complexes like this, you're you're doing it dirty. Like there's no way that an apartment complex is going to lease you an apartment to Airbnb it out to anyone. But I don't know. You know what I mean? I'm going to give you guys some information about arbitrage. You can do it, but if it's not part of your lease, you cannot do it. You'll be in violation of your lease. So we talked about that a little bit at the beginning. So slide the bar back after we're done, slide the bar back. Cause I gave a little bit of context where I've seen that happen on YouTube. I don't want to say like I've seen it go bad twice on YouTube. Okay. Um, but yeah,
So I got
renting out
folks living in
a
here,
rental
renting
is
out and
probably
shit.
not a
So
good
that's why
idea.
I ain't really been saying too much about it for real, for real. I was like, because it really ain't nobody else business anyway. So that's just what been going on. I'm gonna let y'all folk who I probably ain't gonna show the other ones I got until like I'm probably finna get them away also, or I give that shit up also. So yeah, I just wanted to show y'all this one in particular.
He doesn't even sound like a business person. Like I'm until I give them away or I give them up. How about when the leases are over? Like he doesn't even articulate himself like he even knows what the hell he's talking about. If they are doing some sort of Airbnb, he's not managing it at all. He doesn't, no matter how ridiculous Keesha sounds, at least she tries to sound like she's doing some sort of business. This guy just seems like he'd be coming through to pick up the checks or something. Like he's the pick up the checks guy because he can barely articulate himself. Okay, so we hadn't got to 2057 yet. Okay, let's keep going.
Whatever. So if y'all do want to get, I got 2 sets of beds in here. So if y'all need a bed or whatever, y'all in Atlanta, y'all hit me up. And then we'll come up with a good little price. You know what I'm saying? Get y'all for right. One queen and one king size bed. So, you know what I'm saying? Just let me know. And we can handle the business on that. Hold on. But yeah, that was going on. And yeah, and I got all this computer stuff for sale too.
Oh, he said he has a bunch of computer stuff for sale, and he said that's big cap. So I don't think he was talking about the apartment. He was talking about selling his computer equipment. But you're taking it as everything. But yeah, he pointed out his computers. I mean, that would be his money makers. I just can't believe that this guy is doing all of these videos for people who, I mean, he's done videos for some pretty successful artists, and look what they've got. They've got the trial on the screen over here as a search term. YNW Melly. I want, you know, girl. So we know what's going on there, right? Um hmm. Anywho, let's go back and listen to it once. What did he say?
I got all this computer stuff for sale too. I got computer, the monitor, TV, it's a little laptop in here too. Everything must go. Everything gotta go. So y'all folks just call me and hit me with the bed price. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna make it right. Ain't it right? Yeah. Don't worry about it, bro. Don't worry about what you talking about. But yeah. So yeah, that was going on. Did a bit reveal, yeah.
Okay, and let's run over to here real quick. Let me pivot to this. Hold on one second. This is another YouTube family that was doing Airbnb arbitrage, and it went left. Okay, hold on to. Let's listen to this real quick.
On something that had recently happened to us. We off in the complex. It's just crazy. I mean, people, y'all, we got to stop doing all this harmful with weapons and do more talking and communicating and things like that. So, but
Hey,
it's
babe,
crazy.
I'm
What's going on?
scared. Like for some reason, I'm scared to put the band put the napkin on the flesh part.
Why are you scared to put the band-aid
Like
on?
I can't do it. And so
Okay, all you do is go.
Okay, so I wanted you guys to see that, but let me find the actual Airbnb real quick. I wasn't sure if it was on that channel or Justin and Mahogany. So it's on Justin and Mahogany. Hold on, let me go over there. Anywho, but that just tells you. So they had some guests. The guests had a mishap. I'm gonna just say it like that. It was more than a mishap, but nonetheless a mishap, right? Um, there's a situation, and they didn't even bother to tell the hosts what happened. They just don't say anything. And I don't think this is the video. I want the video when they actually went to the Airbnb. Mm, I don't remember. They put out so many damn videos, it's hard to tell. I don't think, because this is a sit down video. But you guys get my drift. And I think based on what they said from the leasing company, they were asked to move out. So I told you about what happened with Peyton. She had a guest who had an accident in the garage, right? And there was some property damage. And then these guys had a situation with the guests, and the guests didn't even bother to tell them. And of course, I'm sure somebody in the building had to have reported it, because you hear a gun go off in an apartment complex, of course you're going to say something about it. So when they finally found out about it, I believe they were asked to leave. They basically, the contract was null and void, and I don't know if they had to pay damages, or was that, I don't know all of the ins and outs of what the repercussions were of the damages that were caused by having this situation. But nonetheless, that's another YouTube family that, this stuff just doesn't, this arbitrage, this subleasing. And I'm sure some of you have had experiences with Airbnbs, but every Airbnb situation is not going to always go well. Um, Let me see. I'm trying to see if I can find it one more time, because it was a nice apartment, and it looked like it was either maybe it was Midtown or Buckhead or something. Um, and let me see. I feel like if I see did they get a notice of eviction? No, that wasn't it. If I can't find it, I'm not going to waste too much time on it, but when was this? Oh, let's go over to the comments though on Jeremy's video, because I know that Keesha showed up in the comments. Let's get off in there real quick. Just give me one more second. Anyway. Okay, if I find it, I will get it to you guys. I know that I'm probably just not seeing it anyway. But you guys understand what's going on. So if you guys want to see more about it, just let me know down in the comments and I'll find the link. I just can't find it at this moment. I'm sure I'm probably surfing right past it. But anyway, let's get into the comments over here real quick and see what was going on because I heard that there were lots of questions and then Keesha showed up in the comments. So let's see. They could be deleted by now. Who knows? Just a second. Let me make this bigger. Okay. Ooh. Okay, let's see. I would tell these trolls, what do you do for a living and let them keep guessing. Okay, Angie 24, girl, stop it. I would tell the trolls I wouldn't tell the trolls what you do for a living. I'm sure he probably didn't, Angie. Do you think for a minute that someone who can't even articulate the terms of a lease, even just to say when the lease terms or once the lease is completed, we're probably going to just go ahead and vacate. He doesn't know how to say that. You think that he is running 4 Airbnbs? You think they have 4 Airbnbs when they had a eviction notice a year ago? You got to be kidding me. Who's leasing them 4 apartments? You know what I'm saying? Like just don't believe it. Based on that, I'm like, nah, I don't believe it. You've got to have somebody who owns like private rentals. There's no way that you are subleasing out like actual properties. Girl, he said 2 lesbian couples. I think he just meant a lesbian or two ladies ended up in an argument. Okay. But maybe it was 4 women. Girl, I don't even know. I wish I could find the other video. If I can find it before we hang up, y'all, I will. But if not, then I'll find it and then we'll talk about it tomorrow. I feel like when this happened, I may have screenshot it. But I'm not on my Mac, so I can't look in my cloud here. And girl, that Dropbox it's too much to go into my Dropbox, but I'll find it. If I can't find the actual video, I know I've got a clip from it because I meant to talk about it and then I never did. So, hey Jessica, guys, let me just say one thing too. Jessica's been around for a long time. She's a teacher, so most of the time when I'm going live at night or during the day, sis is working very hard educating the young little children. And what are you saying? Don't worry about it. Yes. Okay, hopefully you're not talking about what I'm getting ready to talk about. And in any case, sis is a teacher and working hard with our elementary school kids. And she sent me her school list that helps her get her classroom ready and all of the things. So if anyone out there wants to donate to a lovely teacher who is relatively new in her career, I feel like maybe this is your second or third school year. Jessica's been in this chat for a long time, and I feel like maybe this is her second school year or third school year. And I'm going to share her Amazon wish list. It's all school supplies and things like that, but she uses them, of course, for her kids. And if any of you are so inclined to want to help out in any amount, big or small, she's a sis, like I said, who's been around for a long time. It's our little sis Jess right here, Jessica Michelle. And she's got all different amounts. Yeah, definitely. I have a sister who's been a teacher for almost 30 years, pretty much her first job, out of college. And she's been teaching for a very long time. So I definitely have a love and a respect for teachers. Also now having a child going through this, the school system, what they do is almost magic and teaching all of the children. So I'm going to share her Amazon wish list. Like I said, if any amount, big or small, to help out our little sis, get through the school year. And, the kids who the parents may not have everything that they need. So our sis here doesn't have to take money out of her teaching salary, to buy what she needs, which sometimes a lot of times the teachers have to end up doing, right? So if you guys are inclined to want to help sis out, I will share her link as soon as I'm able to, either a little bit later or in the morning. And I, like I said, it's school supply related stuff. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So yeah, if you can help out our little sis, that would be awesome. You teach middle school. Look at that. Look at all of our wonderful educators in the chat. Okay. Yes. Yeah, it's definitely a service and a labor of love, right? Because girl, you know who you dropping off every day to go to school, okay? And these teachers do magic with the children. But let's get back to these comments. I'm going to share Jessica's list tomorrow, okay? Absolutely. Shouts out to all of our educators and teachers. I hope you guys are having a wonderful summer, enjoying and getting some rest and getting ready because school is getting ready to happen all over again. I hear you, sis, bad gal Mimi. I'm telling you, I don't believe this Airbnb story. I don't know if Keisha wanted Jeremy to be on record as to saying something. You know what I mean? Like, I'm wondering if they're just creating a storyline because maybe like they want him to have a job. So if you say it enough, people will start saying, "Oh, he flips Airbnbs or whatever." I don't know, but sis, I don't believe it. I wouldn't tell these trolls what I do for a living, girl, whatever. Let me also, I'm going to flip the screen before we go. We're going to run through these comments and I want to show you a little bit about what I learned today about arbitrage. And really, you do have to have the buy-in from the landlord. If you do it without the buy-in from the landlord, basically you're going to be in violation of your lease and you could be evicted, period. So I would find it hard to believe that Keisha, as a licensed real estate agent, would jeopardize potentially her license by having him basically implicate you in this type of endeavor if the leases are not leases that specifically say that you are able to sublease and short-term rental and Airbnb and all of the terminology that you would need to have in place to actually conduct this type of a business. Because basically, if something happens and people find out about it, and the owners find out about it, you're going to be evicted, and that's it. Okay. Keisha was in these comments. Let's see. Oh, there's you. Okay. That's your boy's spot across the street from the liquor store. You did the poo prank. I remember that channel. I remember that the Chanel. Okay, they spelled it wrong. Do you think a man decorated with Chanel art? Um it doesn't matter who, like it's the deflection for me. At the end of the day, the man said, or the person said, that's Diesel's apartment, right? And she comes in with, do you think a man decorated with Chanel art? Yeah, I do. This is Jeremy's Airbnb that he's been running for years. The entire apartment is decorated girly because I picked out the furniture. His friend already owns property but travels often. So you're telling Diesel's business, owns property but travels often to film celebrities and needed a spot in the city. I see too many comments questioning the validity of what he says and not any Why do I need to congratulate somebody? Or why do you? Why does anyone in this chat, like, who? I'm sorry. It's just the entitlement for me that some people think that just because we are maybe the same race, the same nationality, from the same city, went to the same high school, whatever the case might be, that all of a sudden you got to congratulate people. I'm not congratulating nobody on shit. For what? For you, if you got 4 Airbnbs, good for you. I don't care. You know what I mean? Like, why does it just because you're not a congratulator doesn't make you a hater? And if you are too much of a congratulator, maybe you are an ass kisser. You know what I'm saying? Like, what does everybody need to run around and kiss people's feet because they got a little business or something? Who gives a fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, congratulations. It's just the low life living for me that people feel like you got to big up every damn thing because someone's doing something. Let's just say he had 4 Airbnbs. Who cares? You don't own the properties. You are leasing properties and subleasing them out. There's no way that you own like that's a condo. You're telling us it's a lease. So you're saying you had a lease in place with a subleasing clause that you were able to Airbnb it. It's probably an illegal Airbnb, and that's just all there is to it. But maybe it's not. Maybe this is just a storyline to give Jeremy a job. Okay? Or maybe, I don't know, maybe to get people to stop talking about what he's doing, what he's not doing. Because you see what they had on the TV. You see what Diesel had on the TV in the apartment. They're sitting up there watching the trial. Okay? Nobody needs to look, just because someone invests in a business, that's not congratulations worthy. That's someone do an entrepreneur. That may be your job. Nobody needs to congratulate everybody on everything. That's stupid. Like, it's like, oh, you flushed the toilet. Congratulations. Like, girl, nobody cares. The fact that she's in the comments responding lets you know that they're lying or that it's just stupid. Yes, Keesha, you let them know. Bunch of trifling fools. At Keesha Carly. I wasn't saying Jeremy didn't rent it to him, but it's definitely the same spot, same picture, same layout. I apologize if you thought I was trying to be malicious. I really enjoy seeing your family. Girl, pure black beauty, grow some balls. Nobody gives a fuck, okay? Don't worry about Keesha. She'll be all right. I like the GoPro views. It makes the vlogs look better. Let's see. Cut out all the cussing. You got seniors on here too. Girl, ma'am, you need flour on the surface. Ma'am, let him make them struggle pizzas. Let's see. Where else is Keesha? Okay. It's so funny. Keesha works hard at hiding your neighborhood, and Jeremy displays not even caring, showing the house and all. He clearly hasn't learned. They're moving again. Well, I don't think so. Girl, she had a whole eviction notice, so who knows? Um, Ain't nobody gonna pull up. They too old to keep moving. Forget these people. If they do, let them go to jail. That's what I like. Look, nobody's pulling up to anyone's house. Okay. Stop living scared. Well, I'm sure she probably helped with editing. And then someone says, now you can tell this rookie vlogging. Um, Gosh, pure black beauty loves to get up in these comments. Okay. I actually don't. So she's answering to this person, saying that that Keisha's probably helping with the editing. And she's saying, I actually don't. I did not even know he had 2 videos out until he just told me. And trust, I got on him. Thank you for letting me know. Okay. So Jeremy doesn't read his comments, but apparently Keisha does. The difference between him and Keisha vlogging, she blurs out where she stays, and he obviously don't give a damn. Yes, Jeremy, keep the content coming. Yeah, that's pretty much it. The fact that she basically said that she decorated this apartment complex. I mean, obviously, she wouldn't have had a real estate license then. And now they're letting this particular property go. Allegedly, the lease is up. Who knows? Who knows? I don't. Okay, let me show you this real quick. This is some information that I got off a website called Hostfully. And I searched Airbnb rental arbitrage, how it works. Basically, As Airbnb continues to grow to expand, let me see. Can you guys see? Okay. Um, what is Airbnb rental arbitrage? Airbnb rental arbitrage is the practice of renting properties and subletting them on the Airbnb platform. It's becoming more difficult to own property as the home prices have far outpaced the median income since the 1960s. That's why this strategy allows you to build cash flow without the stress and challenges of home ownership. Imagine you rent an apartment for $2,000 a month. If you sublet that apartment on Airbnb for the month at $150 a day, you could pay off the rent in just 2 weeks. Once you've paid off the rent, the rest of the month is pure profit. Not exactly, because there's other costs. You've got to pay for maybe rented furniture. You've got to have a cleaning crew. So, I mean, I don't know that it would be pure profit, but they kind of simplified that a little bit. And then cleaning and all of that, with the possibility of 2,000 in profit each month, not to mention rental insurance and all of those things. After subtracting potential maintenance, overhead charges, short-term rental, arbitrage allows you to grow your income and save without owning the property. Of course, so this site may be a site where you can find properties that will allow you to do this practice of renting, and people who've put their properties up for you to rent with the purpose of Airbnb. I think that's what I'm thinking. Anyway, they also tell you Airbnb rental arbitrage is legal depending on the short term rental regulations where you live. So do your research first. Short term rental laws are evolving in cities across the world. You'll want to make sure that the rental options like Airbnb are allowed in your city, that you're interested in. There isn't a limited number of nights, and that there isn't a limited number of nights annually you can rent out to guests in case vacation rentals are allowed in your area. Um, You'll also have to check with your city, township, province, will if they will require you to have a hospitality license. So it's getting more and more complicated. I think they're trying to crack down some, obviously, on these Airbnbs, because things are also happening at Airbnbs. There have been crimes, there have been home invasions. There may be a neighborhood where people know that there's Airbnbs. We've heard that in Los Angeles, where people have gone to rent an Airbnb, and then the house gets a home invasion. They come and rob all the girls. It can be bad, right? So some people don't want Airbnbs in their neighborhoods. I'm going to be honest with you. My neighborhood, we have a stipulation we have some covenants in place with the homeowners insurance, the homeowners policies, the homeowners organization, excuse me. And basically one of them is that based on the number of homes in our neighborhood, only 10% can be rental properties, and we do not allow Airbnb in our neighborhood. So if you are someone who owns a home in this neighborhood, it has to be a long-term rental. You can't do Airbnb. And I mean, I'm telling you, I know for a fact from one of our board members, I mean, they watch those houses like hawks, when they're flipping. So, like, say someone rents for a year and they move out, and that there's a truck coming, not just people coming with suitcases to be here for a week or whatever. So they are very, very strict about that. But my neighborhood is super small. So it's not something that you're not going to notice. But yeah, Airbnbs are not allowed in my neighborhood. And that's just something they didn't want to get involved in. So there's a limit to the amount of rentals in the neighborhood, and the rentals have to be long-term rentals. There's no short-term Airbnb rentals. So, yeah. So deaths happen abroad in Airbnbs also. Lots of shit's happening everywhere. So it's not just, Airbnb, but in any case, you see what happened with the Jacksons of Atlanta. I don't know if they made that story up or not. I'm gonna be honest with you, but they published a story, and it seemed real enough, and I remembered it. And we know what happened with Peyton. Peyton had an Airbnb, and the people that rented her place damaged it. Okay. And then the Jacksons of Atlanta had the situation with property damage due to a gun firing off. I think the police were called. I'll have to find the video so you guys can hear it. But I think the authorities were contacted. It was a whole thing. They didn't find out about it, like you heard Justin say, until maybe a day or two later. And along with an eviction notice, right? So it's not always the best thing, especially if something happens and you're renting the place. Yeah, it's not a it's but it's a money scheme, and and whatever. Anyway, Jeremy says that he is an entrepreneur and that he has Airbnbs. That's his job. I don't believe it. I mean, when have we ever heard Jeremy's got to get over to the Airbnb because we've got guests coming and we're super hosts? You don't think if Keesha and Jeremy were super hosts that would be something she would be bragging about? I mean, that lady does not seem to be able to hold water. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I just don't. You know what I mean? Like, I don't, you guys know me. I'm not quick to like, y'all, I don't believe it. That's a lie. Da, da, da. But honestly, when that video started, I was like,
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
okay. I was like, boy, stop it. Stop it. What's going on? Y'all going for some damn storylines over here? I think Jeremy must need to have a job. And you know how it is on the internet. If you say something enough, it will take on a life. And maybe it will just be like, oh, he's got a job, girl. He's got Airbnbs. You know what I mean? Whatever. Anywho, Keesha, congratulations, sis. But that was a fail, boo boo. Girl, that was a whole fail. Okay. Nobody believes that story. I'm sorry. I don't believe it. She knows she's carrying the weight. Yeah, girl, just stop. Maybe she wanted him to have a job to explain why he's got 2 foreign cars. Look, this is the deal. Y'all y'all know what's going on in Atlanta. And the funny thing is that he went into that apartment and your friend got the damn extortion, murder, whatever that man is on trial for, all of the things. And at the end of the day, y'all silly. Y'all talk too much. I would say less is more. And that's about it. That's it and that's all. But if you want to keep digging a deeper ditch and giving people things to be curious about, because that's one thing about the internet. It kind of sparks something in people who have curiosities, right? And sometimes people just love doing a little search, a little searchy search, right? Because information is so accessible, right? So people with curious natures like to do a little searchy search and learn something, right? Or you sit in collectives and you learn something with a group of other people who like to learn, right? So I did some looking. I knew the term arbitrage because I'd heard about it. Um, but like I told you guys at the beginning, I have a sister who did Airbnb for a year, almost a decade. But they had a basement apartment, and they owned their property, so they were fully within their right to be able to do whatever kind of rental they wanted to, and they didn't want to have tenants. They just wanted to have people come and go, come and go, come and go, and it was very lucrative for them. And they didn't have to worry about having people in their home long term, people getting weird, but they specialized in kind of longer short term. So I think the longest you could do was 30 days. They had people who would come from like India and Japan to have babies. They were right around the corner from a very well-known hospital in Brooklyn. So it was kind of a desirable location and they were right there by the hospital. So girl, okay. but that is not the case here. Um, Jeremy is renting to a friend allegedly who shoots music videos and needed a place to stay and decided to do business with Jeremy Postel. I'm like, girl, would you please stop? Girl, would you please stop? Girl, would you stop? Won't you? Okay. I've never heard them talk about having to go run to an Airbnb or the cleaning crew is not there. We've got guests coming in from out of town. I've never heard anything. Now all of a sudden Keisha's decorating. How is that even that apartment is so stale. I would not even classify that as girly. It's nothing. It's a couple of things from IKEA. It's a navy blue L-shaped ottoman or whatever sectional and some damn beds. What is ultra girly about that? And what is girly about some swap meet Chanel, bootleg counterfeit artwork? Okay, because Chanel's not selling anything like that for you to hang in your bathroom. Okay, golly. So he went from flipping homes to becoming a landlord. Not even a landlord, a host, an Airbnb host. Okay. Tch. Anyway, guys, ridiculous. If you guys want more on this, if you guys want me to find some more Airbnb stories, let me know. I mean, they're kind of interesting. But Keesha Carly, yeah, girl, stop it. Sis, stop. Keisha in the comments, sis. Yes. Okay. Okay. All right, guys. So this was fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope this carried you through a little bit of your Friday night. Sorry I didn't get to see you guys in the morning earlier today because, girl, I was busy. You guys know Farah is turning 12 next week on Friday, and I did not want to spend any time on her birthday week having to have her get her hair braided and all of that stuff. So we took time out now. And then we've got some more family stuff tomorrow. And then I might take her to go see Barbie on Sunday. We might do 2 movies, and one day next week we'll go see Little Mermaid, even though we've seen Little Mermaid a million times, the other versions, and we know the story quite well. We definitely want to go to see the latest. But it wasn't like high on our list, but we might do some movies this week and we had a fun day this week. We hung out with my sister-in-law. She had a bunch of doctor's appointments and Farah and I had some mother-daughter time and she said it was the best day ever. So I feel like she enjoys getting up, getting dressed, going out since it's been kind of mom camp over here. So I said, you know what? This week, I'm going to make sure that we do a lot. Like, she likes her little crab fries from Bonefish Grill and probably take her to do some sushi because she likes to do that. Maybe we'll go do lunch at Restoration Hardware. We went there. What did we go there for last time? I think we just went there for lunch. I can't remember. But we might go do that one day this week. Just our little regular rounds, just to have some mother daughter time. And then the festivities for her actual birthday. Yeah, she's gonna be 12. So just have some special time since she's lucky enough to have her birthday during the summer. So just make it because last year I was working and I wouldn't say I couldn't take time off, but I didn't have the luxury of kind of having my own schedule to myself like I do now. Because definitely stay at home momming is a luxury I didn't know that I was going to love so much. I would never. I love it. Absolutely love it. But if I go back to work, I go back to work. But in any case, right now, I'm definitely deliberately enjoying the summer and not really even thinking about it until she goes back to school in a month. So we're enjoying our time together and we're going to be doing stuff, So anyway, tomorrow I'm going to try and be on here early. So but yeah, I'll post a picture. Her hair came out so cute. So I'll post a picture of that somewhere. So if you guys are following me on all my socials, you'll see it. But I'm sure I'll post something on the community wall. So anyway, guys, I hope that you're having a wonderful summer. We definitely are enjoying here, and I'm going to get to the rest of my Friday night and let y'all go. And I'll see you tomorrow because I know tomorrow we got stuff to do. So all right, guys, make sure if you're on the replay, comment, and let me know what you guys want to see next. I can't even think of what I'm even planning to do tomorrow, but as far as content is concerned, but if there's something specific you want me to react to, make sure to let me know. Otherwise, I will see you next time I go live, guys. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you next time. Have a good night. Bye, guys.
Took everything, ain't nothing left. Count your blessings, count your steps. At your throat like we that strap. It's way too cold under the flesh. All we ball, but we don't mesh. All we drink, leave us a mess. Down all my drawers, that is old news.
Oh, okay. I was like, oh, I didn't turn my mic off. Yeah, Independence. You missed it, Olivia Pope. Girl, I missed turning off my microphone. Okay. And I looked up and I was like, I may as well just answer. But yeah, Independence. Did I miss another? No, we'll do that in the morning. I know there's plenty to talk about there. So I'm going to try and be up 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Hopefully I can turn the microphone on around that time. So, but no, you didn't miss it. We were talking about Jeremy's illegal Airbnbs. So, allegedly, I don't know if they're all illegal or not, but I don't, you know what I mean? Like, girl, there's just some people who are by the book and some people who are not. And I'm going to just make a gross assumption based on my opinion. Okay. Based on my discernment, that, yeah, it's probably not legal, but hey, let the chips fall where they may, right? I was wondering. Oh, okay. Okay, sis. Yeah, she loves the crab fries. Okay, I'll be here. Okay, Olivia Pope. Have a good night, sis. You too, Arlene. Have a good night, you guys. Take care. Hey, Miss Bookie. Okay. Y'all have a good night. Take care.